And the biggest job providing program would be to renegotiate NAFTA and not sign TPP, and where they're going to take all the jobs out of this country. But my plan is renegotiate NAFTA, make it either good or get out of NAFTA. I want to bring our jobs back. I want to make it very hard for companies to leave our country because they're fleeing. As you and I are talking this morning, companies are negotiating in Ohio. I know one as an example, but in Ohio and Pennsylvania and Michigan, to leave and to go to Mexico, which is booming. Mexico is booming. You know, Stuart, I say this I'll say it very quickly to you, but I have a friend who builds plants. That's all he does. He builds plants. He's one of the biggest in the world. He said, you have to see what's going on in Mexico. We're building the biggest, most incredible plants in the world. I said, how are you doing in the United States? He said, not so much.
Now, we've not yet seen your detailed economic plan. But as I understand it, talking to Steve Moore, who helped write it, tax cutting for corporations and individuals is at the heart of that prosperity plan. Is that accurate?
Sure, very true. Hillary's going to raise taxes very, very substantially. She's going to have one of the biggest tax increases ever. And I'm doing the biggest tax decrease. So of all of the people running, including Republicans and Democrats, mine is the biggest. We're bringing rates down to 15%. We're bringing them even lower for individuals. And of everybody running, we have the biggest. We're going to spur growth, tremendous growth. We're going to get rid of the complexity of the tax code. I mean, it's ridiculous what's going on now, where people making not even a lot of money have to go and spend $500 to see H&R Block or somebody. It's absolutely insane. So we're simplifying the tax code, reducing, we're the highest or just about the highest tax nation in the world. I'm bringing taxes way down. I'm bringing business taxes way down. I'm going to make it possible for companies to take their $2.5 trillion back and bring it into this country, which right now it's prohibitive. They can't do it. And we have a great plan, and we are going to rebuild our infrastructure because without and by the way, her numbers is a fraction of what we're talking about. We need much more money than that to rebuild our infrastructure.
How much are you talking about for infrastructure?
Well, I would say at least double her numbers, and you're going to really need more than that. We have bridges that are falling down. I don't know if you've ever seen the warning charts, but we have many, many bridges that are in danger of falling. They're old.
Where does the money come from? If you're talking close to $1 trillion or 800 billion or very close to $1 trillion, if that's the number you're talking about, where do you get that money from?
We're going to have to go out with a fund. We'll get a fund. We'll make a phenomenal deal with the low interest rates, and we're going to have to rebuild our infrastructure, and we have no choice.
Who would put money into that fund?
Excuse me?
Who would put money into the fund?
People, investors. People would put money into the fund. The citizens would put money into the fund, and we will rebuild our infrastructure with that fund, and it'll be a great investment, and it's going to put a lot of people to work. We need jobs because if you look, the real number is not 5%. It's probably closer to 20% because people have given up looking for jobs. We need jobs. We need jobs. You look at the inner cities of our country. I mean, you have black unemployment, youth, 58% unemployment. I mean, 58, nobody's ever seen numbers like this.
What kind of rate of return would you offer? I mean, if I wanted to put money into this fund as a private individual, what do you offer me in return?
Well, these would be bonds, Stuart. These would be bonds, and these would be sold as bonds. So we do infrastructure bonds from the country, from the United States.